Shout out to Judah. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
you know,
Word, man. But yeah,
well, let's get to
let's
Jim Jones, all right? Before we get up out of here, y'all. Right?
Jim Jones.
You wanted to talk
do
about
y'all
What
wanna
about it? What
restart? You
about
wanna
it?
restart
No,
so
no,
it don't
no.
get
Keep
lost?
going.
Nah,
Nah, nah. We good.
yeah.
We
So
good.
we
Like,
might. All right.
nah.
what
So
about him though?
all right. So we'll make this fast, right? Because we've given it a lot of voice already. Right. So what he was saying, right, was basically that he had more hits than Nas, right? Is that ultimately what he was saying too? That he
Right.
basically had more charted records and so on and
Yeah,
so forth.
and
So
then when he got on Shannon Sharp,
uh,
he said, "I made a boo boo, but I'm more relevant. I made a boo boo with sales and billboards and all of that,
yeah, Big Boo Boo.
but
Peace to Shannon Sharp too,
I'm
by the
still,
way, because
yeah,
he
I'm
set the
still
he
relevant.
set
I'm
Jim
more
Jones straight.
relevant.
He
I'm
set
more
Jim Jones
relevant
straight.
than Nas. I'm more
Nah,
I
I
don't know,
disagree.
like relevant,
Disagree.
and he said he's more influential.
He's
But
right, but it's just exaggerated. He's not wrong.
how you more influential on off
Because,
more than the person that influenced you?
but nah, not like
Right.
nah. The only nigga like it'd be different.
Jimmy ain't even bigger than Cam. How is he bigger than
Yo,
Nas?
No, no, but here's
he
the thing. Hold on. Here's the thing. That Jim got something that Nas nor Cam has. He got that fashion shit and the fact that all these kids,
Nas has been one of the best dressed in hip hop his whole
yeah,
career.
but he don't
Him
have.
and
but
Raekwon.
nobody's dressing
Hold up.
like him
Ain't
though. I
nobody
agree with
looking like
that.
Nas. Ain't nobody buying the shit that the nigga Nas wear. What's Chrome Heart? Chrome Heart been around since the 90s or some more wild,
Hmm.
and no one gave a fuck. And so Jim started doing wild shit. The only one you could say is Kanye. Jim got that fashion shit, that vampire, what's the other shit? Even
Vamp
Ed
life,
Hardy,
vamp.
yeah, even Ed Hardy come from Jim Jones, yo. You know what I'm saying? Where niggas went.
But what's crazy is I'm not wearing that. I
You
really don't
not
care
because you a
for it.
little different, but them young niggas is
And
Amiri
I can buy it if I want to, but
and
I'm not
Amiri.
wearing no inverted
Oh, oh,
crosses. That's number one.
but he talking about that's one thing. Like if you talk to a young kid, 22 or something, you be like, "What's old head type shit that you kind of fuck with?" You're gonna say Jim Jones because them weird ass. You even ASAP Rocky might be the only one, and that's kind of even after because I'm almost certain he got his shit from fucking Jim Jones, yo. That's the one thing, and he the only like
But yo,
he don't like Jim he a little different. Like his music's
he
more
wore a
of
blouse.
huh? He definitely
He
did,
wore
yo.
a blouse.
But that's what you know what I mean? Jim got that fashion shit. He definitely has that.
All right,
Nah,
so
he
yeah,
wore a
all right,
blouse.
maybe he is more influential
That's the only thing.
than Nas,
Yeah,
right? But
only
what is it? You talking about influence and style? We talking about hip hop culture
Yeah,
here,
and
right?
then he said
The
he'll
let's
wrap
keep it
circles around Nas. That's what he said. Like, who
right.
you wrapping around?
you can't
Who?
make
You
it.
not even out rapping Cam. Like
Oh,
you
he's
not
not
out
doing it.
rapping
He's
Cam.
not doing
He's
it.
not out rapping. And I think a lot of that
I'm not
stuff,
doing
he
anything.
just be saying stuff
He just
because
be like
he's emotional.
he didn't hear the Pusha song because you got in the battle and nobody fucked with it, so you did not hear the new clip song. Like that's bullshit. I think he's just a rapper and trying to defend himself because no one else is going to. He even said that, but a lot of his shit be exaggerated, yo. Except for that,
Yo,
he kind
let's review the numbers real quick, right?
of, Nas is
Just for the
different.
sake of
Nas
like
is amazing. Nas is way past Jim. Nas is way
We
Nas.
way
already,
past.
everybody knows the numbers though. We don't even need to go over
Hold
the
on, but
numbers because
because
everybody
because
knows
some
the
people may
numbers
not have heard
already.
the numbers though. Not everybody may know the
It's
numbers, right?
everywhere. It's
All right,
everywhere.
but I still want to go over it though. Is monthly Spotify listeners. Nas got 9.2 million monthly Spotify listeners. I hate that stat though, because they make it seem like Spotify is the only streaming platform for music. Like, what
It's the
about
biggest.
Tidal?
Right.
What about Apple? What about all the other? All right, I understand
Might
that.
be the
But
biggest though.
right, it's
It's,
the biggest, but still,
it
of
counts.
course, mad people, millions upon millions of people got Apple Music and so on and so forth too.
And
You know what I'm saying?
also, but hold on real quick. Spotify for the artist, it counts how many times it plays on Instagram and like other sources. Like it definitely in their
Oh,
metrics,
well.
like other places besides Tidal and Apple. Like they can't say that. But like the other ones, it counts. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's like the biggest one, like the number one.
All right, so the monthly Spotify listeners, right? Nas got 9.2 million. Jimmy has 860,000. That's a
Right,
big
right.
difference.
Yeah,
It's a
definitely.
big difference.
You fucking with Nas.
Net worth, right? And I don't give a damn about money, but they put the net worth here.
Mhm.
Nas's net worth is 80 million. Jimmy's is 10 million. Both
Yeah,
of those are nothing to be ashamed of. You know what I'm saying?
we know that.
Singles release. Nas is at 79 plus singles release. Jimmy has 47 singles. I couldn't name not one single aside from Ballin', but that's
Ballin',
that's me.
um,
Maybe I don't know hip
That
hop.
he wrote. That he wrote.
Right. He didn't even write that, so I don't even
Cause
know. Whatever.
dude, he
he got a
hanging on
couple,
the ball and that. Oh, that's my platinum record.
Jimmy
But you
got a
didn't even
couple
write
hits though.
that.
He got a couple hits though.
What?
A
Name them.
few, but I really
Name
can't
them.
name them.
What's that
Name
song?
them. Pop
Emotional Thug?
champagne. Pop
Pop
champagne.
Champagne, Emotional Thug, or whatever the name of that song is. Um,
Never heard of it.
Ball.
Never
Yes,
heard it,
you
bro.
do. It might not be the official title. Um, Ballin', right?
You
Summertime in
struggling. You
Miami.
struggling. You
Summer.
struggling, P.
No, I'm saying Ball. I'm just Summertime Miami. That's four. What's another one that he had?
He
I'm not.
didn't write
Even,
balling.
I'm not
He
even gonna.
didn't write G's up either.
What's the gangbang song too? Is it G's Up? What?
Certified gangsters.
Oh, Certified Gangster. That's another one. And
Isn't that a game song
That's not
though?
a
It's
hit
not
though.
his.
Nah, that's Jim. It was
Is
on
it
Jim's
Jimmy?
album. It's
that's
on Jim's
Jim.
All right.
album.
That's a hit
That's
though.
So
on.
What I'm
But
saying is a hit.
Bill
no, it's
Billboard
not.
hot entries.
That
Billboard hot entries. Nas 15 plus. Jimmy 2.
So,
Platinum
yeah. So
albums.
how was it a hit?
Nas platinum albums. Nas 8. Jimmy 0. And that's it. That's all that's said here.
Jim has a gold
Um,
album though.
and he's got the
that's cool.
platinum
Nas
single.
got a couple gold albums too.
Yeah, I know.
Some
I
of the
go El
some of the later
Capo.
ones. Some of the
Yo,
later
what's crazy
ones
is
right before.
when I looked up the
Bowling single.
RIAA and I typed in Jim Jones' name, he has two platinum singles and it's both
Mm,
balling because they were on two different record labels.
mm.
And one of
Yeah,
them's
I
that's
think one
crazy.
was on Koch, one was on Koch, and the other one was on some
Warner
label I never
Brothers,
heard
Warner
of. No,
Brothers,
no, it was on
or
something.
no?
It was a small label that I never heard of.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
I got it. Yeah, it was weird. And then he has the gold for I believe El Capo went certified gold, and he
Like
has a
Jimmy
couple
got
of
nothing
gold
to be
singles.
ashamed of, right? Like
yeah.
he he
He
he
knows,
he's
You're
he's had
supposed to think you're the
success.
best.
he
You're
knows
He's
supposed
had
to think you're the
success.
best,
That's
and
but
cool.
and
but
Joe and Jada rappers also, so he had to stand on what he was saying. He knows that's
the
why
thing is, the thing what I didn't
he
like
didn't
about
They
this
let
Shannon
him say
Sharp
it though.
interview,
Jada got his
this
album.
is this is what happens. Like
That son's
honestly,
straight.
this is what happens when you don't know how to conflict resolute or you don't know how to disagree without being disrespectful. Like he go and I know, and I'm not trying to make it like between him and Shannon because they even said watch people take it and try to make it something it's not. But still, when he said you not better than Nas, look how you dress. I don't expect like yo, like just say, yeah, I am better. Why you gotta go to that? You know what I'm saying? Because you're emotionally invested. Like you're not going off a fact. You're supposed to think you're the best in rapping and all of that because you're doing it. So of course you're not gonna say nobody's better than you. You're supposed to think like that. It's a
Right, right. His
competitive
shit
sport,
was like that.
all of that. But
Man.
when you start talking about, yeah, go back and listen to I Really Mean It. We got them, we've been but yo, first of all, the only diss part on Nas, and I really mean it, was you talking in the end. If you really let's go back and listen to I Really Mean It, Cam wasn't talking about a damn thing. The Heat Makers beat is what was carrying them. And I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna
That
keep it
shit,
real.
went crazy.
Dipset had a movement. I'm not taking it away. When I
Hmm.
came,
And
when I was in the military, and I came home in '04, they had New York City on fire. I'm not gonna lie.
Hmm.
My cousin lived uptown. He lived right around the corner from Dykeman. He lived on Sherman. You know what I'm saying? He lived on 204th and Sherman. Dykeman right there. All the Dominicans was looking like Jim Jones and Joel Santana.
the blood,
Everybody, the
shit was
loud was the piff. It wasn't even loud back then. It was the piff. You know what I'm saying? You get the haze. Everybody was off the haze. Everybody was wearing True Religion antique denim and had BB belts and long cornrows, just like Jim Jones.
see.
And everybody, but you listen to it now, even back then when I was listening to it, because I had diplomatic immunity,
But,
they wasn't talking about nothing.
right.
Hmm.
Nothing.
Right.
Nothing. And Jim Jones was barely rapping.
But what year was that?
No matter
2002, I
what
think it
year
was
it was. This
released.
is what he's going back to, though. This is what
2002.
this is what he's going back to. He said, "You listen to I really mean it. We was on them boys. We was on them boys. We was on them boys. You was on Nation. You wasn't on Nas. You wasn't. Cam wasn't even on Nas.
Nate
They know
Sean is
better than
nicer than
that.
Jimmy also.
Yes,
They
definitely.
was-
Person in all
they
three.
they don't know no better.
J.R. Ryder. I see J.R. Ryder from the Dipset giving they showing the problem.
J.R. Ryder was nice. I liked Onkasa. He could rap. I didn't like his songs too much, but he could rap.
You can rock.
40 Cal could rap.
Yeah.
Elwell could rap.
Jimmy nicer than Shice Bob, I'll give you that.
He
Yes.
wasn't a rapper. He was the weed man.
He's still right. He's still rapping
Him
though.
and Duke the God.
Still
Like, he
rapping.
wasn't better than Adolf.
My
A
man.
He
Mafia
wasn't
nicer
better.
than A
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mafia
Mafia was
nicer than
nice.
Jimmy.
Mafia was nice, though. Mafia was
Yeah.
nice.
You
But
know what I'm
I'm
saying?
saying
Mafia was nice.
Jim had people dressing like him in 02 and right now today, 20-something years
Yeah,
later.
I'm
Yeah.
not dressing like nobody. I dress like
I
me.
mean, we're different people.
I
Yeah.
dress like me.
We're not like everybody. You know?
I don't look at somebody and be like, yeah, I need that. I never did.
But that's an
Never.
Yeah.
that's an impact on hip hop culture. You know what I'm saying? That's a big impact on hip hop culture. Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's a big that a lot of people don't have.
yeah. I mean, we could.
Nas fell off, came back. You know what I'm saying? Twice over. So not many people could say that. Not many people. You think Jim's gonna come back with like a phenomenal like 3-4 albums back to back? You know what I'm saying?
No, his last album didn't even stream well.
It
Right.
didn't.
And then you
It
think,
didn't.
And they was making fun of him. 50 was making fun of him for it. So
and
I
then
mean,
not
I'm not I'm
accept
not in the club.
that.
So I don't care what's going on in the club because that's not my life. So
Yeah,
if they want to attribute that to who's better because they're in the club and that's what they
no, we're
hear,
just talking shit.
that's fine. No, because that's what the initial conversation was
Right.
coming from the podcast where the 22-year-old said when he goes out, he in the club, they're not playing Nas, they're
That's
playing
true.
Jim. And that's fine. I'm not in the club. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? That's not my life.
You can't
You
condemn
know what I
it.
mean? So like I
Mhm.
get it. And I'm not like Jim Jones is whack to me, but that's my opinion. But I can't get mad for somebody saying that that's their favorite rapper or he's nice or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I
Hmm.
just know the impact that he's had on the youngsters has been
It's-
negative to me. In my opinion, has been negative. You know what I'm saying? So I don't
Hmm.
even know how anybody could praise that. I'm keeping
Right.
it on it. Like I don't like all of that verses and all of that. He know better than that. He's trying to talk himself into a bag. You know what I'm saying? He's
Yeah.
trying to talk him.
Nas never
He
really
mad. He
wants
mad. He want to do solo verses because he mad. Cam got the back end money and all that. He's saying Cam snaked him on the business when they had the verses with the lots because Cam went and politic a side deal with Timberland and
That's kind of funny.
Timberland and Swiss Beats. But if we already not cool, why would you expect for me to politic a deal for you? And you supposed to be this great businessman, and
Hmm.
we've been on the outs for so long, and we
Right.
just
You was an
making it look good.
executive at
The
Koch.
chemistry, right? The chemistry on the stage didn't even look genuine. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? It didn't even look genuine. So why would you be surprised? Why would you even, think I'm supposed to politic an extra deal for you? Already got you a bag by me being here. I'm the
Who
front
let
man.
who let Els come out like that? Jewels was looking foolish on that night too. Like,
I don't
man,
know, but
like
I like, yo, you know what's crazy about that, about the verses? Like
the
a lot
music.
of people I know was telling me, yo, Dipset gonna wash the
I
locks.
thought so
And then
too.
after it was over, and then
nah,
listen, after
nah.
it was over,
I thought so.
they was like, "Yo, I forgot the locks had that
Yeah,
much joints." I'm like,
I
"Oh,
that,
didn't
cause y'all
forget.
got caught up." People get caught up. The locks had a mixtape era too. When they
yeah,
was going to war with G Unit, they was going to war with Rockefeller.
but
Like
Yeah, they had ammo
they
galore.
got, and they
They
didn't
got
even dump all of those. And they was like,
right.
but
"Yo,
Dipset had it. It just
Jewels,
wasn't together. At certain
right?
times, like Locks had. That's why it would have been a great battle, and Dipset could have won. if they
Those D
were
Block joints, them
those
D
D Block,
Block
but
mixtapes
D
was
Block got
crazy.
just as much.
Wow.
What put it over was the fact that they all one was together as a unit, and then like you know what I'm saying, they definitely planned it
What
well.
what
With
made them look even more foolish is Jewel said, "You ain't got no songs for the
yeah,
ladies,"
yeah,
and
yeah.
they played the Mariah Carey joint.
Right,
Made
right,
him look crazy.
right.
Made
But
them
But
look
yo,
crazy.
the locks debut with Mona Lisa. Remember that? Remember
yeah,
that? Remember when
yeah,
they came out with
Yeah,
Mona
yeah,
Lisa?
yeah,
That was
yeah,
their
yeah, yeah.
debut.
right. They didn't
Like
even come
that
out.
was they was warlocks back then,
Just
I
like
believe.
boys, they just didn't really shoot them off right because they wasn't together. That's the one thing that I
Well,
think the
that's their
music
fault.
yeah, it's
Why
definitely
even
fault, bro.
accept it? Why even accept the challenge? And then you talking about like
Exactly, exactly.
honestly, honestly, when he started talking, first of all, he's been trying to talk himself into a battle for a while. Pusha T, now Nas, and but
This
it
is
was
not gonna
Styles P.
battle. You know,
He said Styles P. I don't think his catalog is better than Styles P.
Hell no. Hell no.
yes and no.
No,
But
No.
no,
yes
No.
and no. Because
No.
Styles got better albums, Jim got okay albums, and
Jim got a I'm Black.
nah,
Jim
no,
got a My Life.
but if you count and count how
Jim
many
don't got a I got high.
and then what else? Count how many
I get
impact
high.
songs, right? Styles to Jim. You know what I'm saying? Jim got a little bit more. You know what I mean? It's like it depends.
Impact as far as what? Impact
Like
as far as
like
what?
like he got Jim got
It's all it's
Jim got a couple more hits than Styles, like maybe two
but
more.
is it about hits though?
No, no, no,
When you
no,
play a versus,
Nah.
when you play a
no, no.
versus, is it about hits?
Nas is a way
It's
better
just banger for banger, banger for banger.
Yeah, like
It's not
better rapper.
necessarily hits.
yo, they
You know
thought
what
It's
I
he
just
thought
banger for
because
banger.
I Dipset has more hits. Dipset has more hits than the Locks, right? More hits, right?
mean? Right.
They got embarrassed up there.
No, they
They
did.
got embarrassed. So you think
But
if he would have went up there versus Styles P, he
here's
might
the
have lost to Sheik. He might
here's the
have lost to Sheik.
now here's the thing. Here's the thing. They're also taking the fact out of it that they're going songs and not necessarily MC. Where Dipset also, I mean, like they when Jada did the freestyle, that's more like MC shit, and that kind of put him over the top. Like if you went like MCs, like rhymes, like they really like traditional battle, Dipset would lose every time. You know what I'm saying?
Jim
But
Jones not a good performer either.
not a good performer, or and you think he could rhyme and spit a rhyme,
Horrible.
and it'd be like no, none of it.
I just
Maybe
I just saw footage of him in my neighborhood for
Cam,
Juneteenth
Cam
at Roy
can
Wilkins
still,
Park. Didn't
Cam
look
can
too good.
kinda, and Jewels used to be able to, where all three members of the Lots can still do that. They can spit a
Oh,
free.
he's finished.
Yeah.
Jewels is finished.
Yeah.
He's out of here.
That's why
But
I'm like,
yo, y'all been seeing all these videos where like that are surfacing with Jimmy dropping bars and all of it's been trash. Like I think
yeah,
I
that's what
shared
I'm saying.
one with y'all earlier. Like
Saying.
it's brutal. It's brutal. Like he was terrible before.
I can't I
He was
can't get that 20
terrible.
seconds back that you sent that video. I
He
can't
doesn't
get
got
that
rhymes
20
like that.
seconds
Yeah.
back.
He can make a good song or two because he got a couple of songs that is okay. You know what I'm saying? He
All
got a
right,
couple.
but
And I
what has he said? What he said? The song might be okay, but what like in the
They're not
verses, what is he talking about? What is
shit.
he talking about though? But what is he
Like
talking about?
nothing. Living
Name
whatever, living the
something.
good.
Name something that he's talking about. Like quote a
Uh,
bar. Like because this is him. He said he got bars. He'll wrap circles around
nah,
Nas. He'll wrap circles around Pusha T.
no,
What bar, what is a bar now? Everything like see this
no,
is
I
what
was like,
messed up. This is what messed up um hip hop culture. This is what messed up lingo. Like everybody's a goat, everything's a bar. Like yo, with a
I don't agree.
culture has like I'm gonna take this from Star, even though it's not from Star because this is a the literal meaning of the word culture. A culture has parameters, guidelines, and rules. That's why hip hop isn't a culture anymore. There's no guidelines, parameters, and rules. The people just coming in saying whatever, doing whatever. That's not a culture. This is just a genre of music now. this is a genre of music. I'm tired for the culture, for the culture, for the culture. No, everybody's
Well, it's
talking about
still
we doing
it's
this for the
still a
culture. That's a
culture.
buzzword. No, it's not. It's
The
not.
MC,
It's not.
the rapping part, the MCing part is no longer really a part of the
It's
culture
not.
like
It's
that.
not. You know why it's not a culture? Because like who's like there's people b-boying, there's people doing stuff, but where's the guidelines and the rules and the parameters? Where is it?
Yeah,
That
Where
might
is it?
yeah,
Who's and it's not about gatekeeping or none of that, but who's the vanguard of hip hop? Where are the vanguards at? The
oh
people that are
something.
well, I
supposed to
mean,
protect it. So it's not a culture no more.
used to be the
It's
Zulu
not.
Nation, used to be
Yeah,
us.
right.
We
And you
was,
see where that went. You
uh,
see where that went. But
See
it's
what I
not like
got
yo,
you.
like who is like there should be no drill music. You know what I'm saying? It shouldn't be associated with hip hop. It shouldn't
yeah,
be.
Drill,
It shouldn't be. It
drill
shouldn't
music
be a
is
son.
it's a whole
Huh?
culture though. Drill music is
Yeah,
definitely a
I
culture.
know that. Yeah, I see. And it shouldn't be. So if it's its own culture,
Right,
it shouldn't be in hip hop.
right.
you know,
But I
the
mean,
I'm just
definition of
saying.
they're
culture,
right,
right, is a way of life. So, but
right.
drill is about destruction. So, how could it be a way of life when
That's
it
a way of
promotes
life for people.
destruction?
That's
Yeah,
because
they live
that's
it. They live
It's,
I
it.
it's,
mean that's
Yeah, I
how
it's
they
mean,
live
crazy
it's
in.
though. It's crazy.
That's
that's
how they live in. But
If your
and I'm
way of
not
life
trying
is
to
destruction, it's like it's crazy.
but I
But
yeah.
yo, we
A bunch
going
of
on for a
it's
long
a bunch
time,
of
man.
it's a bunch of people that
yeah,
that didn't have fathers in their life, and when they get upset they act like their mother. A lot of
Yeah,
people. And I'm not even talking about drill culture. I'm just talking about a lot of so-called men, right? And they could take it how they want to take it. I don't care. Like a lot of people get upset and they used to when they're a little boy, they don't got no men around them. So they listen to their mother and how their mother react when she get upset. So they want to put hands on people. They don't know how to conflict resolute. We don't know how to talk without disrespect. We don't know how to disagree without disrespecting.
word.
You know what I'm
hmm
saying? Like you sent that joint earlier today. Today is National SMD Day. Like, come on, who does that? Like, what is that?
yeah, it's crazy.
What
I
is
don't know where
that,
to
yo?
get this
What
stuff
is
from.
that? I don't think it's funny. I don't.
Yeah,
Nah, man. I don't rock with none of that. Like I said
hmm
last episode, you invite me to your genitalia figuratively, I'm gonna just call you gay.
that's gangster.
You know what I mean? It's gay
But yeah,
to
man,
me. Don't invite
it
me to
definitely
your
is.
genitalia because that's gay. And you could be the biggest killer or the top whoever. It's gay, and I will call you gay.
I don't have those things around me.
No, I'm just saying nobody says that to me. I mean, they do said it in the comments a while back, um saying he's from the Bronx, so respectfully SMD. I'm like, you're gay. You know what I mean? And they wouldn't
Yeah,
even let me comment that because they deleted my comment. But you know,
should have
This is
known.
I
wild,
just
man.
Seen that.
yeah, no, I just think, before we close out, I just think like you're entitled to your opinion or whatever, and we could disagree all day, but like the disrespect because somebody doesn't agree with how you feel is crazy to me. And I like Jim Jones is whack to me. He whack. He could be lit. He could be whatever. Think he's whack, and if
hmm
he'll probably try to fight me if I called him whack. He's one of those guys, like, like I've ran into him a few times before. I told you in the past, and he wasn't even a rapper like that. He just thought he was like like what Ghost said. You think you the whole shit of the whole night. Excuse my language. That's what Ghost said. I mean, dudes be thinking they the cream of the crop, the creme de la creme when they out and about in public, and it's just like, bro, like you're not the only person in the world, man, that's moving
Wow.
around, you know.
hmm
So you should
Correct.
respect yourself and respect others. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Regardless of how you feel about it, everybody's supposed to have this thing about themselves where they think they're, to have some type of confidence and all of that. But when you start being confident and start like putting other people down, that's a problem, and
Yeah.
that's a mental health issue to me. Like you think you got to put other people down to lift yourself up. I think
Right.
that's um I think that's an issue.
Right.
I think
Right.
that's an
I
issue.
agree.
You know what I'm
I
Well,
saying?
agree.
man.
So, but
Salute. Yo,
shout out to
salute
him
to
though. Shout
everybody.
out to him though. Word.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
All
Keep
right.
striving. Keep striving. Word, man.
Or
Salute to
lay
everybody,
off the
man.
Zato, lay off the drugs
Word.
though, because that stuff. Oh, and before we go, nah, seriously, this is on a serious note. I hope the battle rapper T-Rex gets well soon. He had like an unfortunate incident on stage, Gnome 15, where he was in the middle of his verse and he had a seizure, so
Yeah,
hope
press.
for a speedy recovery for him,
You see,
Yeah.
and get his
Get
health in
healthy,
order,
brother.
and yeah,
Hmm.
and I hope he recovers well and back to full strength and all of that. Because I
Word,
like
for real.
T-Rex. I
Yeah,
like
I like
T-Rex.
T-Rex, like Murder Mook. I like both of them
Yeah,
brothers.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So,
So
word, man. Salute. Salute to all the battle rappers. Word, man. Peace and love, man. Thank you for tuning in to Spears and Mics, man. We're here every week with it, striving to talk about hip hop and all of that. Man,
tomorrow.
hit that like, hit that subscribe, share. Check it out on Spotify. Check it out on Apple Music,
keep it coming.
audio, all streaming audio platforms. You know what I mean? Salute. Peace.
Peace.